Welcome guys.
3rd December 1984, at night 1 a.m., world's most disastrous industrial accident, also known as Bhopal gas tragedy, happened in the city of Bhopal. Union Carbide India Limited, pesticide plant which situated in the middle of 800,000 population, causes this tragedy. Today in this video we are going to learn about how and why this happened, so let's buckle up for chaos. 3 December 1948, 5 minutes after midnight, plant workers detect minor gas leak and called control room. Suman Day, a control room operator, went to search for leak in storage room, where 3 tanks kept underground, surrounded by thick layer of concrete, in which phosgene and MIC, methylisocyanate, are stored, which produces pesticides. Methylisocyanate is one of the most toxic chemicals in the world. Operator found gas leak, but it was minor leak, hence dismissed. Minor gas leaks are irregular in the factory, and operator have had to learn to live with it. So Suman Day came back in the control room, checked temperature and pressure, both are normal. After some time, plant workers call again in the control room to complain about the leak. Plant was 15 years old, inaccurate meter readings are common, hence Suman Day checked pressure gauge again, and gauge needles goes 0 to 0. In minutes pressure in chemical storage tank rises skyrocket. Now control room operators knows that something is wrong. They rushes to storage room. Room was hot, trembling, and concrete is vibrating, which surrounds tank. Operator hears a huge hissing sound like a steam engine, as sign of gas escapes into factory pipes. Now time is 12:30, Suman implements emergency procedures to neutralize the gas by passing through column of vent gas scrubber. Let's understand what vent gas scrubber do. Gas passes into it and through caustic soda to make gas inert. It didn't work at that night. Why? Due to lack of maintenance. Now the gas passes to flare tower, which is designed to burn it, as MIC is highly flammable. But again nothing. Because 4 feet section of pipe was taken out from connection to flare tower for maintenance and never placed it again. With 2 emergency systems down, one last safety mechanism remains to protect people of Bhopal and workers of plant from MIC. Emergency water hoses placed around vent tank to spray water on MIC to dissolve remaining gas leaving from chimney. Workers are trained to do that, MIC dissolves in water, so gas should drop to the ground. Now problems with water hoses that they are undersized, hence water spray cannot reach the height of chimney. Ultimately there are no stopping for gas leak, found out by control room operators, and start the emergency alarm inside and outside plant. Suman Day announced major leak from storage area and directed to evacuate. It never occurred before, hence nobody knows what to do. Because they have never estimated that these type of disaster can happen. Time is 1 a.m., gas cloud condensers floating through the city, MIC is heavier than air, so it sinks to the ground. Now Bhopal is wrapped in poisonous blanket. People started to feel irritation, suffocation, headache. In just few minutes after, empty streets filled with residents running, screaming, vomiting, falling, coughing, dying. Hospitals are crowded and overwhelmed. Doctors treating patients with conventional methods as leaked gas is ammonia. Soon doctor discover it was methylisocyanate, they never heard of it before. They had no antidote and no information from Union Carbide. Many of patients die immediately and death toll is still rising. By morning, gas is dissipated. Suman Day and other operators survived that night by staying in control room safe. When they come out in the morning, animals are died all over the streets, buffaloes, cows, dogs. Peoples are screaming, crying, panicking, running. Parents lost their kids lost their parents, and some whole families are died. Official numbers are around 3,800 immediate death and total 15,000 to the state. More than 500,000 people are injured and affected. So now, how could this happen? Next day Indian government sealed the plant and sends Dr. S. Varadarajan, Secretary of Department Science and Technology Government of India, and his team to make plant safe. After speaking with some workers, he find out that tank was 75% full, way over the corporation's 50% recommendation. 42 tons of MIC evaporated and escaped at that night. Disaster was not over yet, there is still 35 tons of MIC present in plant. As much as it was leaked yesterday. One tank should be kept empty for backup, but in the plant all tanks are filled with chemicals. Only one tank burst, but there is no telling that others may blow. Now they are on verge of second wave of disaster. They should have to dispose every last drop of MIC, but there is only one terrifying way to do it. Switch malfunctioning factory back on by using same workers, same plant. Only 13 days after disaster, thousands of people already died and 10 of thousands are still in hospital. Team started Operation Faith for neutralize remaining MIC. Now factory is operating and people think that may gas can leak again and it will kill us. People have no faith after watching all this, they fled from the city. Even the patients from hospitals are gone. It was like City of Ghost. In 7 days chemicals converted into pesticides and plant is safe now. People are returned and wanted to know how this happened. Here is your answer. 500 kg of water accidentally entered and causes MIC to heat, boil and vaporized through emergency vent to cause disaster. But how water entered into tank? Chemical processing unit is situated next to tanks. That unit sometimes clogs. Way to clear that clog was to apply pressurized water by connecting hose. This hose line was also connected to reach MIC storage unit. At 9:30 p.m. on disaster night, operator do regular cleaning job using this line, but water did not come from line, after some time water came. Operators think that it was okay, but backlog of water running through connecting pipes towards MIC. Operators are unaware of this. A slip line is installed to stop water from getting into MIC tank, but slip line was not present to stop water supply and prevent water get into the tanks and triggers reaction. Real story above all, why did none of the safety systems work to prevent such a catastrophic event? Cost-cutting pressure, resulting into safety negligences. There are 5 chemical accidents happened in the plant between years 1981 to 1984. Several workers died and injured in those accidents. Sleep blind was missing. Maintenance supervisor, who is responsible, was laid off. Faulty gauges. Out of calibrated instruments to save money. Vent scrubber capacity was too low, even if it was working, it didn't neutralize all gas. It was intentionally designed small to save money. Broken pipe from flare tower was not connected back into the system from 2 months. Union Carbide India said US officials to install bigger water spray hoses, they had not done it. In a factory working with one of the world's most toxic chemicals, massive cost-cutting invites a massive disaster. In June 2010, 7 Indians managers including chairman was sentenced to 2 years of jail and $2,000 fine. But soon they are released on bail after verdict. Because of little bit of money and time, management let thousands of people died and around 500,000 suffering to present day. Company insist catastrophic was an act of sabotage by a disgruntled plant employee. People of Bhopal, survivor of enormous courage, humanity, their story should be told. Who lost their loved ones should always be remembered. Thank you so much.